this point, I was getting really over it. I tend to be quite impatient if I don't see it turning out or it looking like it should be. I tend to want to give up or just start over. But luckily my sister told me just to keep going, and so I just took a break for that rest of the day and continued the next morning. Painting the house was actually quite intimidating. There was just so much going on. It was a bit hard to figure out where to start. So, of course, I just started with the greenery since there was so much of it. I don't normally paint with greens, so it was a bit of a challenge figuring out how to mix all the different shades. I think I only have one tube of green paint in the Winsor and Newton gouache, and I think I have like another one in the acrylic gouache. So just mixing all the different shades and colors took quite a bit of time. As you can tell from my scrap paper on the side, all the swatching I had to do to get the right color. As I waited for the house to dry, I proceeded with the grass area. I then went in with a darker shade to try to add in the shadows and just be able to define where the house starts and where it ends. It was looking like a bit of a mess. I felt like everything was just blending in together. It was hard to tell where the house started and where the trees started. I definitely struggled with the front of the house. I don't know, I felt like I kept going back and forth with adding the shadows and like lightening it up for the highlights. It looked a bit flat to me. I spent quite a bit of time just playing around with that area. At this point, I finally started adding in the little details to the window, and that's when I started getting excited because it was finally looking like something. Like the whole time before that, I was just biting my tongue, telling myself not to stop. I was getting really frustrated, but yeah, just like these little details finally made it look like what I was trying to paint. So on to day 3. I think at this point I was ready to be done with the house. I think just using all these greens and not being able to use any other colors started to bore me, so I just wanted to finish it up as fast as I could so I can start painting some colorful flowers. And please don't mind my head. I honestly don't know how people take overhead shots. I tend to get really close when I'm painting, so it was a bit of a challenge having to paint from further away so I wouldn't block the camera.
Around this broken flowers colored bluish, sofa chairs, bed and pillow is on black and white. Took away the lights and changed it to the dim one. No pink, no green and yellow, 'cause it's on dark. Black clouds
I've been painting for a year now, and I actually started last year with watercolor. One of my first watercolor paintings was the scene where Kiki is leaning out her window, and this year I was introduced to gouache. So I mean, it only seems fitting that I finally did this with gouache.
That's about to go down. Sudden rain and gray sky goes through me. Black clouds are all lying in this room. Cover the presence of sadness.
I tend to be the type that loves clean straight lines and like super clean details, but I've been trying to work on letting that go. Like, no one's gonna be staring 2 inches away from your painting, so as long as you have the general shape of what you're trying to paint, I feel like that is good enough. So I attempted to do that with the windows for the house. So it looks a bit messy when you get close up, but I mean, in the end, I feel like it came out pretty well.
Dim lights. Tonight I feel so cold by looking at you, and it's 29:4. I hear your voice by ears, and I still can't believe I did see you in faraway place. You write your words and pour it to me in my weak self. Your paper's filled with emotions of you, and so you let me know. The age of 4 you got without pals. I can only hope you'll stick with them.
At this point, I was pretty much done with the house. I'm just adding a bit more shadows and lightening the highlights. But yeah, I think I was ready to move on and start painting some flowers.
As you bring me to the breeze, I love your autumn view. Whatever I see, hear you.
Adding the branches to the trees was so satisfying because it was finally looking like a tree and not just like a big old bush. So I really liked how that part turned out. Finally, a color that is not green. I struggle a bit with the bushes, surprisingly. I don't know, I felt like they were just looking like blobs. I was trying to add in the shadows that I saw in the photo, but they ended up just mushing together, not in a good way. But I think luckily once I started adding in like the color to the flowers, it finally started to look like a bush. Now it was time for me to start painting the flowers in the front. I was a bit scared, so as you can see, I had to practice on a separate piece of paper before I did it on the real thing. I don't know, I get a bit nervous sometimes, but I mean, luckily gouache is quite forgiving, so as long as you wait for it to dry, you're able to layer on top of it if you do end up messing up. Adding in the color for the flowers was quite exciting. I got really bored just using all the green, so I just wanted to be done with it.
That is ancient sorcery.
this point I could almost see the finish line. I just needed to finish up the flowers in the front, add more to the side bushes. Actually forgot to add in the details to one of the windows on the house. I ended up doing that off camera once I realized that I forgot to paint in the white lines. But yeah, I finished up the painting by just darkening in the shadows. That way there's more contrast and the flowers are more defined and they don't blend in with the grass. And finally, I finished it up by adding in the detail to the walkway, just adding the little cracks to the stones or the brick was really fun to do. It was something really subtle, but I feel like it just adds to it and it completes it. And we're finally done. I was honestly so excited just to be done with it. I felt like it took me longer than it should have. And now for the best part, some washi tape peel action. I hope you guys enjoy. Sadly, the tape ended up ripping part of the paper, but I mean, it was just at the bottom, so it's okay. I'm honestly pretty proud of myself for finishing this up. Can't believe I was gonna give up, but luckily my sister forced me to finish it, and I'm really glad that she did. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. I'm open to suggestions. I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!